Ben, this is my brother, Archangel. I just wanted him to say hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Ben.
How's it going? My bad.
Mark Angel.
I'm
Nice to
Ben.
meet you, Mark. Have it.
Really, really random and probably a 0% chance. Are there any like straight pins back here? That's a no. Thank you.
I got do you have a clue?
That might work. That might work.
If that didn't work, I do have duct tape.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Ben, this is my brother, Archangel. I just wanted him to say hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Ben.
How's it going? My bad.
Mark Angel.
I'm Ben.
Have it.
Really, really random and probably a 0% chance. Are there any like straight pins back here?
Graduate candidates, friends, family, and guests, my name is Patrick Burdick, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony of the Chamberlain University College of Nursing, Columbus, Ohio campus. I would now like to introduce to you the Chamberlain University College of Nursing December 2025 graduate candidates. Graduates, please be seated. I'd like to take a brief pause to quickly remind everyone to turn their cell phones to silent. Thank you. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the commencement participants. Dr. Tara Downs, Executive Dean of Academic Operations. Sherry Francis, Dean of Academic Affairs. Amber Kenyon, faculty member. Rachel Scheitlin, faculty member. Lisa Heston, faculty member. Mallory Park, faculty member. Haneen Salhia, faculty member. And today's keynote speaker is Dr. Patricia Harris. Please help me welcome our faculty, staff, and guests. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tara Downs, Executive Dean of Academic Operations.
Graduates, it is now your turn to go out into the world and make a difference. The healthcare system desperately needs educated, compassionate, safe nurses that will care for patients the way they would want their own loved ones to be cared for. Your hard work and dedication have gotten you to this point. Along the way, you've had challenges and successes, but you've persevered. From nursing skills to EDAPT to CJE exams, you have risen above and conquered each challenge. You've met lifelong friends along the way who will continue to be your support as you transition into your role as a registered nurse. You have worked hard for this. All of your learning and training have prepared you well, and we know you will make us all proud. As you enter this profession, I challenge you to continue lifelong learning and practice self-care every day. Advocate for those unable to advocate for themselves. Treat each patient consistently with a high level of courtesy and respect, regardless of their differences. Also, don't forget to trust yourself and your instincts. We wish you the best of luck as you go forward and make your difference. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Downs. It's with great pleasure that I would like to introduce to you this afternoon's commencement speaker, Dr. Patricia Harris. Dr. Patricia Harris currently serves as the Health Occupations Nursing Program Administrator for the Columbus School of Practical Nursing, a vital component of adult and community education within the Columbus City Schools since its founding in 1952. Originally established through a partnership between Columbus Board of Education, local hospitals, and the community chest, the program became fully funded and managed by the board in 1959. Today, it continues to prepare students for success in nursing through a rigorous and relevant curriculum. With over 11 years of dedicated leadership at the school, Dr. Harris oversees the development and delivery of the district's health occupations program. She manages all aspects of the program operations, including faculty hiring, training, and evaluation, enrollment coordination, budget administration, and compliance with local, state, and federal regulations. Her leadership ensures that instructional practices remain aligned with the program's mission and responsive to evolving healthcare standards. Dr. Harris plays a pivotal role in curriculum development, student performance assessment, and continuing program improvement. She works closely with advisory committees, clinical partners, and the Ohio Board of Nursing to uphold excellence and accountability across all facets of the program. Her commitment to diversity, innovation, and faculty development enhances the program's long-standing impact and secures its continued relevance in today's healthcare education landscape. An experienced nursing administrator with a demonstrated history in higher education, Dr. Harris brings more than 20 years of experience in the not-for-profit education sector. She has developed deep expertise in recruitment, curriculum design, public speaking, and engagement with boards of directors. In addition, her proficiency in financial management, strategic planning, and fundraising has been instrumental in advancing the program's mission and sustainability. Dr. Harris holds both a PhD and master's degree in nursing education from Walden University and is a proud graduate of the Mount Carmel College of Nursing. She remains actively engaged in the Upper Arlington community. She and her husband, Dr. Paul Harris III, are proud parents of 2 children and share their home with 3 dogs. Please help me welcome to the podium Dr. Patricia Harris.
Good afternoon, everyone. My apologies for the really long bio, so thank you for staying with me. My name is Dr. Harris, and I have the honor of serving as an advisory board member here at Chamberlain. It is a true privilege to stand here before you today, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, our amazing graduates at Chamberlain. On such a meaningful occasion that marks the culmination of your hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to the calling of nursing. First and foremost, congratulations, guys. This moment, this stage, this ceremony, it's not a result of luck. It's a result of perseverance, grit, countless hours of hard work. From every early morning clinical, every late night studying dosage calculations, every tear shed in frustration, and every breakthrough in confidence, you guys have earned this moment. And today we celebrate you. Graduates, you are joining one of the most trusted and essential professions in the world, and you are doing it at a time where the world really needs you more than ever. But you are not just nurses. You are Chamberlain nurses, and that distinction, it matters. Chamberlain prepared you not only to pass the NCLEX, but to care deeply, think critically, and lead with compassion. You have been trained to treat more than symptoms. You treat people. You've studied evidence-based practice, but you also know how to hold a hand. You've learned about medication and pathophysiology, but you've also learned how to listen, even when a patient can't quite find the word. So let me tell you guys a story of my early nursing years. I was a brand new nurse on a med-surg floor. Of course, you can only imagine I was nervous and trying to remember everything I learned from nursing school. So I double-checked my MARs. I was extremely terrified that I was going to make a mistake. So one evening, I was caring for a patient who had recently suffered a stroke. He was nonverbal, unable to express himself, and he was visually frightened. You can see the fear in his eyes and the frustration of being trapped in his body that wouldn't cooperate. As I went through my initial assessment, I was checking vitals, repositioning him, adjusting his oxygen. He suddenly grabbed my wrist. Now, it wasn't an aggressive grab, but it was enough to kind of like stop me in my tracks. He was visibly scared, and that was the only thing I could think of to say to him at the moment. I told him that I'm here, you're safe, and we're going to get through this together. So from that point on, I took every shift to build trust with him. I did that through my tone, through my presence, and I learned to read very small cues. So slowly, the fear began to fade, and he became more relaxed. more connected. So what changed wasn't a medication or a procedure. It was time, patience, and compassion. That experience reminded me that even when words fail, our humans' connections don't. And sometimes our greatest role as nurses is simply to be the person who stays, who listens, even in silence. That interaction taught me something Chamberlain teaches all its nurses. Competence matters, but so does compassion. And the world desperately needs nurses who have both. We are entering a time when healthcare is rapidly evolving. Technology is advancing faster than we can honestly keep up with. Patients are living longer with more complex needs. Nurses are being asked to do more with fewer resources, under more stress, and in environments that are increasingly unpredictable. But I believe you are ready. I believe you are more than ready because you were trained to adapt, advocate, and to lead. You were trained to show up when it was hard. You guys already show up through exams, clinicals, and challenges we may never know about. You've proven that you're willing to keep going, even though it would have been way easier to stay in bed and quit. That, to me, that's the mark of a true nurse. You will go on to care for patients on their best and worst days. You will witness miracles and moments of profound loss. You'll be a translator, a counselor, a teacher, and sometimes the only calm in the middle of someone else's storm. And here's something else I wish someone would have told me at my graduation. You're not going to feel ready, and that's normal. There will be moments when you feel unsure, when you wonder if you're doing enough, if you said the right thing, or if you're even cut out for this. But in this moment, please remember, you were called to this work for a reason, and you are not alone. We all have resources. Just remember to use them. One day, not too long from now, a patient will look at you with gratitude in their eyes, not because you fixed everything, but because you were there for them. To the families and friends here today, thank you. You've cheered these graduates on through sleepless nights, long shifts, and through tough exams. You encouraged them when they doubted themselves. So today, it's your celebration too. Graduates, today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Take a deep breath, take in this moment because you have earned it. So go forward with courage, care boldly, lead compassionately, and never forget the heart of the nurse isn't found in textbooks or IV pumps. It's found in the moments and in the present, in acts of kindness and in quiet strength you bring to others when they need it the most. So congratulations, Chamberlain class of 2025. The future of nursing is in excellent hands. They're your hands. So congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Harris, for those inspiring words to our graduates. I would now like to introduce Lauren Ariando, graduate candidate of the BSN class, who will address her fellow graduates.
Bon après-midi. Buenas tardes. Dalab Bonagsan. Salam alaikum. Namaste. Subadin. Bendición. Good afternoon, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Lauren, a member of the December 2025 graduating cohort. It feels like just yesterday we walked into Chamberlain University, nervous, excited, and maybe a little terrified, wondering how we'd ever get to this moment. And now here we are, graduates. I think we can all agree that nursing school has been full of emotional highs and lows, with caffeine for fuel, tears for hydration, and care plans leaving us in need of emotional support people, who I'm sure we've all found within our classmates. We've gone from wondering how to spike an IV bag to wondering if we'll ever sleep again. Pretty sure that answer is still no. Not to bring up trauma, but does anybody remember the skills lab? Our hands were shaking, gloves somehow inside out, stethoscopes tangled, forgetting our own names, let alone remembering to ask if our plastic patients with perfect plastic faces have any facial trauma. Just fumbling through that entire thing. We've really come such a long way. While the skills lab was filled with mental breakdowns, emotional outbursts, and pure bliss when it was over, no offense, Professor Scheitler, I will forever cherish that trauma bond with many of you forever. Today isn't just about a degree. It's about resilience. Like showing up after clinical after 2 hours of sleep and still managing to smile at your patients. Teamwork, like when your friend whispers, maybe we should try that again, because none of us can seem to work a simulation IV pump. But I swear it's the IV pump and not us. And it definitely was about compassion, not just for our patients, but for each other. Because let's be honest, we've all been the one complaining in nursing school at some point, and we've all been the one helping someone up and saying, you've got this. Here's the thing. Through every all-nighter, simulation meltdown, every I'm going to drop out, or I'm pretty sure we did not learn that. And group projects gone absolutely sideways. We didn't just survive, but we adapted. We learned that nursing isn't about perfection. It's about persistence, teamwork, asking questions, and sometimes crying in the bathroom between patients at clinical. Most of all, we learned that real care isn't just for patients. It's for each other. Especially when someone forgets their stethoscope in simulation. Again, I'm looking at all of you notorious documentation nurses. While today is about the graduates, it's also about honoring every person who has guided us along the way. Our professors who believed in us, even when we doubted ourselves. Our classmates who became family. And our loved ones who reminded us why we started this journey in the first place. Speaking of professors, faculty, and our loved ones, I just wanted to say thank you to the following individuals. Professor Scheitler, for being our rock, for coming in and dumping so much knowledge on us, for caring about our success while also being strict and firm in the rules, for telling us 14 times per lecture that you work at the James or the Jimmy, because now we always know where to find you. For giving us stories about past patients that really helps information stick. I swear, one of us better get a question about esophageal varices on the NCLEX. You stepped in when we needed you most, and for that, we're forever appreciative. Professor Kenyon, for giving us so many hardcore mother-baby stories that really highlighted that labor and delivery is not always happy, but it is rewarding. For being the best demonstration patient in the health assessment labs. For basically starting this journey at the same time as us, because watching you grow as a professor has been an absolute pleasure. Professor Park, for being an advocate through our student government channels, for stepping in when other professors decided to leave us to give birth, for helping us through clinical rotations and being such a wealth of knowledge throughout the past 3 years. Professor Heston, for teaching us half of the program, for continuously letting us know that you're our biggest cheerleader, for always telling us when we're exactly right and when we may need to dig a little deeper, for pushing us to our limits and expecting just a little bit more because you know we're stronger than we think. Professor Salhia, for giving most of us the strong foundation that we needed in such a vital phase of our nursing school journey, for showing us that educators are people too, for being passionate about things that matter and always being willing to educate, even on topics outside of anatomy and physiology. For expanding some of our cultural awareness, which in turn will make us better nurses in the future. We owe you so much for that. Professor Burdick, for upholding the most professional demeanor throughout every single simulation experience. For having so many personalities, we never know who we're going to get. For talking some of us off the I am a failure ledge. For always being a voice of reason in a difficult to maneuver time. Dean Downs, for constantly advocating for us. For never hearing a student complaint and blowing it off. For stepping in whenever our cohort needed you, whether it be taking a clinical rotation or teaching a class. You've been so flexible with our cohort, and while we do not see the effects of all you do, we are forever grateful to be able to have such a strong leader to look up to. Dean Francis, for being the machine behind it all, for being able to admit when you do not know something, but ensuring that you will find us an answer, for continuously seeking feedback to improve campus functioning, for teaching us that adaptability is a trait that nurses must uphold, for always ensuring clinicals going smoothly while always being willing to take constructive feedback. To our families and friends outside of nursing school, thank you so much for always being supportive, even when you do not understand what's going on. For listening to all of our clinical stories and being absolutely horrified, yet still willing to actively listen. For understanding when we had to say no to important events or get-togethers because we had to study or cry or have another cry session. For answering every phone call even though you probably already knew what it was about. We really wouldn't be here without your support. When we first started this journey, we thought nursing school would be all about learning to take vitals, memorizing medications, and mastering our clinical skills. But somehow, between late night study sessions, caffeine-induced panic attacks, and care plans that felt like dissertations, we realized nursing school is about so much more. We've celebrated each other's wins, from passing patho to surviving adult health. And we've picked each other up when things got tough. We've learned that nursing isn't just a career, it's a calling. It's about people, connection, and finding humor, even when you're covered in who knows what during a 12-hour shift. So to my classmates, my friends, my future colleagues, we did it. We turned chaos into confidence, fear into focus, and caffeine into degrees. So here's to us. May we all lean on each other in the future and continue to be lifelong learners. Our nursing school experience may be over, but this trauma bond is forever. Congratulations to the final cohort of 2025. I'm immensely proud of all of us.
Thank you, Lauren. It's now time to begin the diploma ceremony. This is an important day for our graduates. I would like to invite Dean of Academic Affairs, Sherry Francis, to announce the Bachelor of Science degree graduate candidates.
Dear Bachelor graduates, will you please rise and line up in the hall to the right of the stage? Your usher will escort you. Our first Bachelor of Science graduate is Lauren Jacqueline Arredondo. Haley Caitlin Burns. Ayan Farah. Sumayo Abdihakim Hussein. Nicole Marie Johnson. Alexa Kalergis. Alexandria Ken. Sabina Lemgade. Samira Mohamud. Patience Audrey Jumin Chumka. Halimo Abdi Omar. Maha Mustafa Oscar. Cassidy Ann Pearson. Caroline Elizabeth Schutte. Donna Irene Smith. Zachary Arthur Worthington. Congratulations, Bachelor of Science graduate candidates.
I would now like to call Dr. Tara Downs, Executive Dean of Academic Operations, and Sherry Francis, Dean of Academic Affairs, to confer the degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing please rise? Dean Downs, as Dean Academic Affairs at Chamberlain University College of Nursing, and on behalf of the faculty, I hereby certify that these students have completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree and recommend that they be awarded this degree.
Dean Francis, upon these recommendations and the authority vested in me by the Ohio Board of Nursing, the Chamberlain Board of Trustees, and Chamberlain's Provost, I hereby confer upon these students the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing with all the honors and responsibilities pertaining thereunto. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. All graduates, turn your tassels from the right to the left of your mortarboard to signify that you are now graduates of Chamberlain University College of Nursing. Congratulations. Graduates, you can be seated. I would like to now introduce our Caring Award. At Chamberlain University, our intentional commitment to care is infused into the culture of our university. Our ultimate commitment is to care for students every step of the way. By living Chamberlain Care, we are preparing extraordinary healthcare professionals with the knowledge, skills, values, and beliefs required to not only succeed, but to make a difference in today's complex healthcare environment. Our nation has a profound health equity gap, which has grown over time. Chamberlain's culture of care advances a commitment to care for all. We aim to close this gap and change the face of healthcare for the nation by graduating practice-ready healthcare professionals from diverse backgrounds. Taking extraordinary care of students leads to better experiences and ultimately to extraordinary care of patients, clients, families, communities, societies, and nations. Each graduating cohort has a diverse group of students who are monitored closely by faculty in the clinical setting. Students are evaluated on many areas of nursing practice during this time. One of those areas is the care that students provide to each other, to their patients, colleagues, and families. During graduation, we award a Chamberlain Care Award for a student who demonstrates the qualities of Chamberlain Care. This was a tough one, but please join me in celebrating today's recipient of the Chamberlain Columbus Campus Caring Award, Lauren Arendato. Graduates, please rise. I would like to invite Professor Rachel Scheitlin to lead the Nurses Pledge.
I would like to invite all nurses to recite with me the Nurses Pledge, which is located on page 12 of your program. In the full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all of the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me and refraining from any action that might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the nurse. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Professor Scheitlin. I would now like to ask Professor Amber Kenyon to deliver the alumni address.
Graduates, I'm so grateful to be here to welcome you into your Chamberlain Alumni Association. As a member of the Chamberlain Alumni Association myself, I know the kind of profound impact you will have on the lives of your patients. Today, as a Chamberlain graduate, you automatically become a member of the Alumni Association, and there are no dues or fees to belong. That's right, it's completely complimentary. The mission of the Alumni Association is to support you. Our goal is to continue the same support and care that you've received from Chamberlain since day one. Now that you've crossed the stage today, I invite you to take the next steps to stay connected and become involved in the Alumni Association. We provide specific benefits for our alumni, such as continued access to library resources, connections to over 20,000 colleagues and classmates, mentoring opportunities, networking events, and career assistance. So I urge you to let us help you by staying in contact with Chamberlain through your Alumni Association. We are here for you. We want to partner with you so you can achieve your goals and reach your dreams. Your graduation today is the beginning of a lifelong partnership with Chamberlain through your Alumni Association. Your success is our success. And now I congratulate you again, and I challenge you to be an example of an extraordinary Chamberlain nurse.
Thank you, Professor Kenyon. This concludes our commencement ceremony, unless you want to stay for more NCLEX questions. No, you sure? Okay. We would like to thank all graduates, family, friends, and distinguished guests for attending to this afternoon's ceremony. Please join me in congratulating the December 2025 graduates of Chamberlain University. Please remain seated until all faculty and graduates have exited, and have a great afternoon.